Hey guys, it's Jessica Sterling. I'm a corporate portrait and event photographer based here in Los Angeles. And I was thinking a little bit about what I thought that what things that are important for working artists and entrepreneurs to focus on. And I think, just to start it off, it's super important to focus on expansion. You know, while you're working and if you're working from home or you have an office and employees, there's a lot of like stuff going on all the time. And it's really, I think, very easy to get bogged down into the details of running your business. You know, there's promotion and there's archiving and there's delivering your product and there's client relations and there's contracts and all the like little things that like kind of are so keeping an eye on like, okay, that's wonderful, that's super important, but concentrate on expansion. You know, I love there's that guy Grant Cardone. He talks about 10xing your work, you know, your amount that you do. And at one point I was like, hey, why am I not just 10xing my promotion? And when I started to look at it like that, I started to realize that I'd been thinking super small. You know, super small, like, well, I don't really want to post to social media more than like once every other day because it's kind of a hassle. Or I don't want to call people too much because I don't really like doing cold calls. You know, like instantly you just start to put all these restrictions on yourself rather than just focusing on the eye on the prize and keeping a kind of a bigger attitude about it. So when you concentrate on expansion and reaching out, you're just pushing out into the ether, into the universe. And you kind of keep your goals bigger and your eyes more open. So 10xing stuff, you know, I start keeping a log of what I do for promotion. And it's kind of like a little, like a checklist of all the different types of things I could do in a day. And, you know, it kind of helps because you start to look and you go, man, I have been neglecting this aspect of my promotion, be it like social media stuff or maybe doing mailings, like postcard mailings or reaching out to new clients. And while I find that the bread and butter of my business is referrals and working with people that I've already worked with and that know me and love me, but reaching out to get new clients, I've been so surprised sometimes. You know, you think like cold calling, like nobody's ever going to want to listen to you or talk to you on the phone. And so many times I've had people, like, because of my persistence and because of the fact that I'm reaching out to them directly and actually talking to them, they're so surprised. And I've gotten new clients off of that. I've gotten referrals off of that, kind of just reaching out a little bit further, which, I don't know, is always so surprising to me. And, you know, the other thing I was thinking about with this is that, you know, there's all these things, like I was just looking at my feed on Instagram and there's all these people who promise that your business is going to explode if you just automate everything and you can go on vacation and sleep while your business is growing. And I bet you that a lot of that is true because there's only so much that you can do in a day. You just got two hands, and if you have employees, they just have two hands. And so it starts to be like there's only so much that you can do in an hour or in 8 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours or in a week. And so there are some tasks and things that you can get smarter about when you do them. But I feel like there's nothing that you can replace, nothing that replaces that personal human energy, that drive to make something wonderful happen in that human connection. So I feel like if you just kind of turn off your business and like, oh, I'm just going to Bora Bora, peace out, you know, you're not really there. And all the times when my business has really expanded and done well is when I actually showed up. Whoa, big surprise. But to like actually be there and talk to people and be like, I am the source of the joy that I'm communicating, you know, talking to people about how excellent my photography is, my product is, like actually creating something yourself and not just plugging in and expecting some machine to do it. I don't know, man. I mean, there's some things that are sort of like blah, blah, blah tasks, you know, but that human connection. And I think now more than ever, when people are sort of bombarded with a lot of garbage communication, to actually be there and say like, hey, how's it going, is totally huge and totally rare. And on a side note, sometimes I call some of my girlfriends on the phone and I leave them messages like, hey, what's going on, if we don't connect up. And it's so weird because, all we do is, me and my friends, is we text back and forth or Facebook message or whatever. Sometimes we get together, obviously, but like to call somebody and reach out just to say hi is so foreign nowadays. And I've just been reading that producer Sherry Lansing, her biography. And in it, she's talking about how, emails and text messages or whatever, are all great. But she used to do all her business by phone, just calling people and rolling calls. Meaning like she'd stay on the phone, her assistant would get the next person on the call so she could just keep talking to people and not have to wait or be on hold a lot. So to me, that just speaks to the power of the actual human connection. And to circle back, that's why I feel like concentrating on expansion and not getting bogged down and feeling like about whatever is going on, and just like, hey, I'm going to reach out to somebody new. Anyway, just a thought for Friday. I really want to say thanks to the lovely people who have been watching. Hello. I appreciate the comments very much. And happy Friday, and I hope you found this helpful. Okay, bye. Talk to you soon.